Hey, Tunji again from Caesar Graphics. Welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to achieve a beautiful party poster. I'm going to show you guys how I play with Camera Raw, and I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy this tutorial. If you need the exercise file, simply make use of the link in the description section of this video. So sit back, relax, and keep watching. All right, so let's create a new document. So I'm going to click on file now, and I'm going to select new, and I'm going to make my width here 890, and my height is going to be 111 and 3. So because this is a social media project, I'm going to leave my resolution the way it is. I'm going to make it 72, and my color mode is going to be on RGB. Background is going to be on white. And let's just give this a name. I'm going to call this party poster. Yeah. Then I'm going to click on the create button. Then the next thing I'm going to do now is to create a new layer. And I'll go straight to my foreground color fill here. All right. Color picker here. And I'm going to make sure that my color code here is going to be 01083C. All right. And I'm going to select the OK button and hit the Alt backspace to apply the color to the layer. Then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a new layer again. Let's just call this BG. It's always good to name your layers. And I'm going to create a new layer again now by holding on Alt and click on the new layer icon. And I'm going to call this brush. All right. And I'm going to select the brush tool like that. And I'll go under my brush set things here. Now if you can't find your brush settings, simply go to Windows and activate it here like that. All right, so make sure you are on the soft round brush. Then I'm going to increase my brush size with the square bracket, and I'm going to just click once like that. I'm going to activate levels by hitting Ctrl L on my keyboard, and I'm going to move this up like that. All right, now I like the color I'm looking at here now on my screen, and I'm going to select the OK button and activate the free transform. Then I'm going to make this big like so. Now I'm holding down Shift and Alt to adjust the side of my transform here, and I'm going to hold on Shift now and push this down. Now I'm using Photoshop CC 2023 here. All right, so I'm holding down Alt now as I adjust the 8 points here. All right, so I'm going to make this big, and I'm going to select the enter key on my keyboard. I'll go straight to my exercise file, and I'm going to drag my very first image in from the exercise file. So I'm going to drag that and drop here and make this, this big, and I'm going to position this somewhere around here. Then I'm going to reduce the opacity to something around 83 is fine. Now the reason I'm using 83 is because I want to be able to see that glow effect that I apply to my background here. All right, so then I'm going to add a layer mask to this. All right, then I'll make sure I'm on the soft front brush. Then because I have a graphics tablet, I'm going to turn on transfer. All right, so but for those of you that don't have a graphics tablet, you can turn your flow down to, you can use 11 and you are still going to achieve the same move. All right, so the idea of adjusting your flow and your transfer is for you to be able to control the strength of your brush. All right, so make sure that your foreground here is the opposite color of your layer mask here. All right, so I'm going to use black here because black is what I'm going to use to delete part of the layer here. So then I'm going to increase my brush size with the square brackets. All right, then I'm going to softly take this out like that. So I'm going to take it out like so. All right, let's take it out just like that. So I should be on this image here. Okay, so I'm going to make this real big like so, and this should be somewhere here. All right, then we are going to change the blend mode of this to okay, you know what, let's just leave the blend mode for now, and I'm going to add a layer mask again. So I'm going to click on add a layer mask to the layer, and I'm going to select the brush tool, and we are going to make the same move again by taking the unwanted part out of the projects like that. I'm sure somebody is enjoying this because we are creating our background here. All right, so I'm going to move this out like that. Now this is beautiful. All right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go again to my exercise file. All right, I'm going to get the fog image from the exercise file, and I'm going to drag that and drop here. All right, then I'm going to make this big like so. All right, now don't worry about the quality of the image. All right, so we only need the white part of the the image here. All right, so then I'm going to convert the color of this image to the color on my background. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate levels, and I'm going to say I only want this to affect the image of the the fog. All right, and I'm going to change my blend mode here to blue. All right, and I'm going to change this to blue like that. All right, I'll go back to RGB here because the fog is too bright, so I'm going to dial down the brightness a bit like so. All right, then I'll go right here and go to red here because the opposite of red here is cyan. All right, so I'm going to apply cyan to this. Now you see we're beginning to see the blue color on the image. All right, so I'm going to move this down like that, and I think this is okay. Then I'm going to merge the layers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift select the two layers, and I'm going to select Ctrl E right here on my keyboard to merge the layers. All right, so I'm going to change my blend mode here to screen. Now look at this. Look at how beautiful we have the smoke effect on the image. All right, so I'm going to move this down here. All right, like that, and I'm going to add a layer mask to this. Now, I'm going to select the brush tool, and I'm going to take out this part of the image. All right, so we need to move this down, and I'm going to make a copy of this. All right, then I'm going to move this up, activate the free transform, and rotate this 180 degree. Yeah, this is good. So I'm going to move this to somewhere around here, and I'm going to reduce the opacity of this a bit. Then I'm going to select the brush tool, and we are going to softly take this out from here. All right, so I'm thinking of adding more smoke to this side right here. So I'm going to make a copy of this image again by hitting Ctrl J, and look at how bright and beautiful this is looking. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put everything here in a group. I'm going to put my fog here in a group, so I'm going to hit Ctrl G to put that in a group, and I'm going to call this fog. I'll put this also in a group, so I'll hit Ctrl G and call this BG. It's always good to make your layer panel neat. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna drag my next image in now. I'm gonna drag that and drop here, and the only part I need here is just the floor. All right, so I'm gonna rotate this way, and I'm gonna make this real big. All right, and this can come right here. All right, I'm gonna position this here, like that. Let me just make it a bit more bigger. All right, then this can come right here. I'm going to convert my blend mode here to screen. All right, then I'm going to add the layer mask to this, select the brush tool, and I'm going to take this out, like that. Take this out like that. All right, so move here. I'm trying to be very fast with this. So yeah, so then I'm going to make a copy of this by hitting Ctrl J and activate the free transform, right click and flip this. All right, and this can come somewhere here, like that. Select the brush tool. I think I should just fit this more. All right, then do the same move here, just fit it more like that. All right, so I like the fact that this is looking more like a passage, like something that is about to come out from the passage. All right, and that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to create that passage. Okay, so So this area here is where I plan to place my title. All right, and that's the reason why I'm making all this move that I'm you see me make here. All right, so then I'm going to create a new layer again, and I'm going to call this layer dodge brush. Then I'm going to select this color right here. So I'm going to hold on alt and pick this color right here. All right, and I'm going to click once here and change my blend mode here to color dodge. All right, and I'm going to make this real big. All right, so I decided to do this because I want to have touch of the color from my passage here on this side of my, my project. So I'm going to make a copy of this again by hitting Ctrl J, and this can come to somewhere around here. And then we can just reduce the opacity of this a bit, like that. All right. All right, so I'm going to activate color balance here, and I'm going to move this to this side here, hit right that, and move this to this side like so. So move it here, and I'll go on the highlights, and I'll make the same move by moving this to this side and then move this down like that. All right, I'm gonna move this here like that. All right, yeah, I think this is okay, but I think the color on this is too much. All right, so what we're gonna do is to use hue saturation to dial down the color, because the colors are now beginning to look too oversaturated. So I'm going to desaturate this by moving this down a bit, yeah, like that. So this is okay for me right now. All right, so let's start placing our images, because this is, well, getting to the interesting part of this tutorial. All right, so I'm going to first off drag the image of my first artist, which is Burna Boy, and I'm going to place him somewhere here, and I'm going to make this a bit smaller, and I'll drag the image of my next artist here, which is Sheeran. So I'm going to move this down. All right, Sheeran should be bigger a bit because he's on the foreground and Burna Boy is on the background. All right, so I'm going to move the 2 layers down. So for this layer here, this particular layer here, I'm going to reduce the opacity of this a bit, because one of the things that you also need to watch out for whenever you're trying to build your background is make your background serve as the background. All right, never make your background take the place of what's supposed to be on the foreground. All right, so one of the ways you do this is to play with your opacity so it looks like the contents that you want to make your background will appear as your background. All right, so yeah, so I'm going to move this somewhere yeah, to 50. Let's make the opacity of this 50. Okay, cool. All right, so let's start working on our color grading now. Before getting to this point, right, before working on this project, I already have what I want the color, yeah, the color combination I want to use on this project. So the color that will flow with the color on my background here is orange. So I'm going to apply the orange on the face of my subject here. So I'm going to start with Sheeran here, and I'm going to add curve adjustment. So I'm going to move this down like that. Now this is affecting the project, so I'm going to say I only want this to affect Sheeran's layer. All right, so I'm going to move this down like that and move this up like like so. All right, so but Sheeran's skin color is too bright, so we need to find a way to help the skin color or the skin tone balance. So what I'm going to do is to add levels, and I'm going to use levels to just push down the brightness of the skin tone. All right, so let's see if I move this to this side like that. Yeah, this is okay, but this is affecting both the eye and the part I don't want it to touch. So what I'm going to do is to hit Ctrl I on my keyboard to reverse the mask and select the brush tool, and I'm going to zoom in. Then I'm going to reduce my brush size and apply the brush to the part where I want the levels to touch on the face. So we're going to avoid the eye. All right, and we are only going to focus on the skin tone. All right, so I'm going to just quickly do that. All right, now make sure your foreground color here is set to white, because if you are not on white, you won't be able to do what I'm doing here now. All right. So I'm going to just quickly do that. All right. So to show you the part of the body that I applied the levels, I'm going to hold on Alt and click on the layer mask of the curve here on the levels here for you to see the parts where I applied the, applied my brush. Now, as you can see here, I did not apply this to the eye, and I need you guys to avoid that. I also avoid applying it on the lips, and yeah, this is an error. All right, so I'm going to take this out. All right, this is not all right. So I'm going to hold on Alt and click on the layer mask to bring back my project. All right, then we can now go further by pushing this down like that. Now this is beautiful. All right, so let's start playing with the color or the skin tone color. All right, so I'm going to go back to my curve right here, and I'm going to activate color balance and click on the clip icon here because I only want this to affect the layer of Sheeran here. So I'm going to mix the color now. Now, for those of you who are good at fine art, I'm sure you know the right color to mix to get orange. All right, so for those of you that don't know, all right, is red and yellow. So I'm going to move this to this side. Now you see what we're going to see tone of red on the skin, and I'm going to move this to this side to achieve the orange on the skin. Now look at this. Look at how beautiful this is. All right, so let's see the before and after. This is the after, and boom, this is the before. So I'm going to turn this back on and select the brush tool. Make sure my foreground here is set to black, and we need to take this out from the eye. All right, we need to take it out from the eye. So I'm going to do the same move here and taking it out from here, like that. And yeah, this is okay. So let's do the same thing to Burna Boy. So I'm going to put Ed Sheeran in a group. So I'm going to hit Control G. All right, and I'm going to change this to Ed. All right, so let's do the same move to Burna Boy. So its skin color is dark. So let's boost the brightness of the skin. So what I'm going to do is to select curve now, and we are going to move this up. Now this is affecting the whole project, so I'm going to select the clip icon because I only want this to affect Burna Boy's layer. So I'm going to move this up till I see something around this level, and right now this is affecting both the outfit and the skin tone, but we only want this to affect the skin tone and not the outfit. So what I'm going to do is to hit Control I on my keyboard here to reverse the mask. All right, so then I'm going to zoom in with Control space bar, hold down, and I'm going to drag like that. And I'm going to select the brush tool. Now I'm going to increase my brush size. Now make sure that my foreground here is set to white. Okay, so let's apply the brush to the skin. All right, so I'm going to apply that right now. All right, so I'm going to do the same move that I did to Ed Sheeran. So I'm going to be very fast with this. Okay, so I'm going to hold on Alt and click on the layer mask so you guys see the part of the body where I applied the brush. All right, so I think I still need to apply more here, like that. So these are the part of the body where I applied the brush. All right, so then I'm going to hold on Alt and click to bring back my project like that. All right, so look at this. So look at the before and after. So this is the before and this is the after. I'm sure you guys can agree with me that the skin tone of Burna Boy here is looking brighter. All right, so the other thing I'm going to do now is to add depth to the skin. All right, so I'm going to apply. I'm going to draw a marquee shape here. Okay, and I'm going to draw the same marquee here. Draw a marquee shape here. All right, do the same thing here, something here. Just draw a tiny marquee here. So I'm going to zoom in and just draw a tiny marquee there. Okay, yeah. So what I'm going to do is to add curve again to this by clicking on the curve adjustment setting here. Now, see guys, if you can't find the adjustment tab, simply go to Windows, all right, and activate it right here. All right, so yeah, so I'm going to increase my curve like that. All right, then I'm going to select the mask button here and add feathers to this. So I'm going to fade the edges of the curve like that. All right, So right now I want this to apply to just only the layer of Burna Boy. So I'm going to select the clip icon. Then I'll go right here and play with the color. So I want the highlight on Burna Boy's skin to give this orange tone. All right. So what I'm going to do is to go under blue here. All right. And I'm going to move my blue, down now, because the opposite of blue is yellow. All right. So I'm applying yellow to the highlight part of the skin. All right. So this is okay. And I'm going to go straight to red. All right. And apply red to this. All right. So I'm going to move this up like that. You see, we're beginning to have that yellow tone on the highlight. All right. No, sorry. Should be this. Okay, cool. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add color balance. All right. And click on the clip icon. Now, this is for me to apply the, the color balance to the highlight, the shadow, and the mid-tone of the skin now. So let's start with the, the mid-tone of the skin. And I'm going to move this to red. All right. We're making the same move again. We're applying the, the orange. All right. So I'm going to move this to this side. Now you see we're beginning to have that orange color on the skin of Burna Boy. So I'm going to move this to somewhere here. All right. Move this to this spot right there. All right. So we need to select the brush tool, switch to black here, and take this out from the eye. So I'm going to take this out from the eyes. Start like that. Okay. And move this out from here like that. Like so. So if I zoom out now, look at this. Look at how beautiful this is. All right. So I'm going to move this to this side now. But this is affecting the outfit. All right. So we need to take this out from the outfit. So I'm going to, there are several ways you can do this. You can use the pen tool to just quickly draw, a shape. Sorry, I'm supposed to be on the part option here. So I'm just going to draw a part, right there. So I'm going to be very fast with this. Now, see, guys, if you want to learn how to use the pen tool, I have a tutorial on my YouTube channel that's going to guide you on how to do this, how to use the pen tool. It's fun to use. I'm supposed to select this part of the outfit. So I'm supposed to go this way, and bam, like that. And I'm going to hold on Control and Enter to convert this to a marquee. And I'm going to apply the color of my foreground here to the layer mask of the color balance. So I'm going to hold on Alt and hit backspace like that. Now you see we've taken this out from, we've taken the color balance out from the outfit. So I'm going to hit Control D to take away the marquee. But this is affecting the hand. So we need to draw a part again on the hand. All right. This is the price you have to pay as a creative to get the results you want when working on projects like this. Wasting time cropping the part where Sheeran's body's covering is just going to consume time. All right, so yeah, so I'm going to convert this to a marquee with Control Enter. I'm going to hold on Control and backspace to bring back the color balance on the hand of my character here. So yeah, this is good. So let's apply touch of the background color on the outfit of Burna Boy here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select color balance again, and I'm going to say I only want this to affect the layer of Burna Boy here. And I'm going to move, because we can see this bluish purple color on the background. So I'm going to move this to this blue right here. All right. And I'm going to move this to this side right there. All right. I'm going to move this here like that. And let's see if let's just move this here and add more of the blue. All right. Like that. Now you see this is affecting, the whole body. All right. So let's just switch this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on Alt and place my mouse on the layer mask of the first color balance. That's the color balance that we apply to the skin tone. And I'm going to make a duplicate of the layer mask and apply it to this layer, to this color balance that I just created. So I'm going to drag like that and take my hand off my mouse. And I get this message that says, do I want to replace the layer mask? Then I'm going to say yes. All right. Boom. As you can see, we don't have the effect anymore on the outfit, but we only have it on the face. So we want this to affect the outfit and not the face. So what I'm, or not the skin. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit Ctrl I to reverse the mask, and look at this. Look at, we have the effects, the color balance now on the outfit and not on the face. All right. Yeah. So this is looking more like it. I'm sure you guys are enjoying this. So if you are enjoying watching this, please give this video a thumbs up. So I'm going to select the brush tool because I can see the effect of the color balance that we apply to the outfit. So I'm going to call this outfit, and I'm going to call this skin. All right. Yes. So we need to take it out because it's making our character look somehow. So I'm going to take it out from the eye. Had light effect behind my characters here. So I'm going to select the brush tool, and I'm going to hold on Alt and sample a color from here. Now, sorry, we need to create a new layer before doing this. So I'm going to call this layer glow. All right. And I'm going to hold on Alt and sample a color from here, increase my brush size, and boom, apply the color like that, and change my blend mode here to color dodge. All right. And I'm going to increase this like that. So right now my color dodge is not looking too glowy. It's not looking too glowy for me. All right. It's not looking the way I want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on the layer to activate the layer style. All right. And I'm going to turn off transparency and select the OK button. I have this glow effect behind my subject here, and I'm going to activate levels with Ctrl L. All right. And we are going to move this up like that. Now look at this. We're beginning to see the glow effects right now. So I'm going to select the OK button, activate the free transform, and make this real big like that. All right. And I'm going to select the OK button like so. So what I'm going to do now is to add, a rim light to my subjects here. So I'm going to use levels to do that. So I'm going to go under levels here, and I'm going to move my levels up like that. Now I only want this to affect the layer of Burna Boy right there. All right, so I'm going to switch to blue here and apply blue like so, and go right here and apply cyan. All right, I'm going to apply cyan, all right, like that, and move this to somewhere. Okay, you know what, let's just apply red, not cyan. All right, so I'm going to move this to this side because I'm trying to achieve this color here on the skin of my subject right there. All right, so I'm going to move this here. Let's see if I move this up like so, go on the blue and make the same move like that. Let's see, red, cyan, magenta. All right, so let's apply more magenta to this, and I'm gonna move this to somewhere here. Okay, and move this to somewhere. No, it should be this. Move this here like so, and go on the RGB again and move this up there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Ctrl I to reverse the mask, select the brush tool, reduce my brush size. Now make sure my foreground here is set to white because we want to bring back the levels to the project. So I'm going to randomly apply the brush. Now please don't forget to make sure your flow is still set to the 11 if you don't have a graphics tablet. But if your graphics tablet is working and you have one, remember to turn your flow down. Remember to turn on your transfer. All right. All right, so let's apply the rim light like that. So I'm going to just randomly put this here like that. All right, so I'm going to put that like that, and just, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click right here and select the new layer icon and call this rim lights. Then I'm going to hold on Alt and sample a color from here, and just make the color a bit stronger. Okay, then increase my brush size and then apply that here like that. So same move here, so here like that. So right now we need to use the eraser tool because we're beginning to have this this glow effect on the body. So we're going to use the eraser tool to just fix that. All right. So I'm going to take that from here. Select the brush tool again. And then I'm going to apply the brush. All right. This side of the skin. Here's my brush size and then apply it here. Okay, like that. And for this side, we're just going to apply that also. Okay, like so. And make the same move here. All right. So right now we need to increase the saturation of the rim light. So I'm going to hit Control U on my keyboard right there. All right. And I'm going to increase the saturation, you know, like that. All right. All right. I'll make this a bit darker. That. And yes. So if I hit the OK button, you see we have this, you know, this rim light on our subject. All right. So let's apply the same move to Ed Sheeran. So I'm going to go straight to Ed Sheeran's folder here. And I'm going to, you know what? Let's put Burna Boy in a group. So I'm going to hit Ctrl G for this Burna by activating levels. All right. So then I'm going to select the clip icon and make this, you know, brighter like that. And I'll go on the red here and I'm going to add red. Go on the green here, add magenta. All right. To this, like so. Go on the blue and add blue to it. Okay. Add blue to it like so. All right. So then let's see if so this is good. All right. Then I'm going to hit Ctrl I to reverse the mask, select the brush to zoom in, and this time I'm just going to tamper with the, you know, the tip of the hair. So if you feel you're not getting what you want with the flow, you can turn your flow back to 100. And for those of you with graphics tablet, you can also turn off your transfer and turn on, you know, pen pressure. All right. And you're still gonna, you know, have this effect here. Now, the reason why I'm turning on the pen pressure is I want to be able to control the tip of, you know, my brush. All right. Now, but if you don't have a graphics tablet, all right, turn on, you know, shape dynamic here and turn your option here to pen tilt. All right. Turn your option here to pen tilt and then increase the minimum diameter. All right. So, but because I have a graphics tablet, I'm just going to play with the, I'm going to make this real big and just apply it to this side of the body and turn this off, turn back on transfer. So for those of you that don't have a graphics tablet, please don't forget to turn your flow back to 11. All right. So I'm going to softly apply the, you know, the levels to the shoulder. All right. So I'll softly apply that here, you know, like that. And let's apply it here. So I'm going to switch to black here because I think I over applied the levels to the shoulder. Right? Yeah, I over applied like that. So for Burna Boy, I'm supposed to do the same move. So I'll go under Burna Boy's layer here, select this, switch to white, don't forget, and apply that here. Good. Right? Then click on this layer right there. And I'm going to, you know, make this a bit darker and increase my brush size and softly apply that to this side, you know, like that. Okay. Then for this visible like that. Okay, cool. Let's see what we have now. Well, now go back to Ed Sheeran's layer here. Then I'm going to create a new layer and call this Dodge. Okay. double click on the layer. Then I'm going to turn off transparency and change this to color dodge. Select the OK button. And I'm going to softly apply. Now, see, we need to hold on Alt and clip this to the layer. All right. So when you hold on Alt, make sure you place your hand in between, the two layers here. All right. So then I'm going to softly apply that here, like that, and do the same move here, like that. All right. And just apply this to the tip of the hair. I'm going to turn this on and just gently apply this here. Then turn this off. All right. Just apply that to the tip of the hair, like so. Okay. So I'll do the same thing here. Okay. Yeah, like that. And I'll make the same move right here. Make the same move right here. Right. Same move here. Okay, and make the same move here. Then I'll turn this off and turn this back on. Increase my brush size and I'm gonna apply it here, right here, that, apply it here, here, so, and yeah. So yeah, this is good. So I think I need to take it out from here. So I'm using the eraser to take it out from the unwanted area. All right. So yeah, good. So we are making sense now. So I'm going to put this in a group. I'm going to put the two folders in a group by hitting Ctrl G, and I'm going to call this artists. Then I'm going to apply a color balance to this. Then I'm going to click on the clip icon because I only want this to affect the layer of the subject. All right, so now I want to add more orange to the skin tone right there. So I'm going to move this to this side and move this down to this side like that. And look at how beautiful we have this. I'm sure you're having fun watching this tutorial. If you have not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button and remember to check the post notification bell so you get notified when I put up my tutorial. Let's get back to the tutorial. All right, so now that we are done with the color grading, so I think we need to work on the background. All right, because my background here is not looking the way I want it. So what we're going to do is I think I still need to reduce the opacity of this fog here. So I'm going to reduce the opacity of the fog, like that. Okay. And for this, still need to reduce the opacity a bit more, like that. Then for this here, you know what? Thinking of I need to reduce the opacity also. Okay. Yeah. Then move this out a bit like that. Okay. So for this, all right, I'm still not feeling this. I'm gonna go to shadows and I'm gonna move this to this side right there. Yeah, like that. Okay, and for this, we are gonna move this down a bit. And let's see if I move this to this side. And let's reduce the saturation. Like that. Okay. Yeah. So then I'm going to take this to camera now to do the color grading. So I'm going to hold up Ctrl Shift Alt and E like that. And I'm going to right click and I'm going to say convert to object. All right. So the idea of, converting it to object is so we can go back to camera raw if we are not really okay with our settings. All right, so I'm going to go to filter here now and select camera raw filter. All right, so yeah, I'm going to start with the, excuse me, that is not part of the plan. So I'm going to double click on this to go back. All right, so I'm going to go under tint right now and then move the tint up like that. And for the contrast, all right, so I'm going to increase the contrast a bit because I really want to give I want to give my characters this, this bone effect. All right, so I'm going to move it somewhere around here. And for the white, all right, I'm going to move the white up a bit because I want to give this project that bright look. Okay, so for the texture, okay, so I'm going to move the texture down because I really want to have this smooth skin on my subject like that. So for the vibrance, all right, I'm going to increase the vibrance like so to make the mid-tone colors pop. All right, so I'm going to increase the vibrance like that, and then I'm going to close this and go on that curve like that and do the S curve. So I'm going to move this down like so and move this up a bit like so. So what I'm trying to do here is to add depth to the project. So I'll go under details here, increase the noise because I want to have less noise on the project. All right, so I don't want too much noise on the project. So I'm going to increase the sharpen to add more contrast to the pixels. All right, so I'm going to increase this. Now look at how we're having this depth on our project. Okay, so I'm going to close this and I'm going to go straight under the color mixer. So under the color mixer here, there's something I want to do. I'll go under the hue here. And this blue that I have here, I want to make it have that purple touch. So I'll go on the blues here and push this to this side. Now look at how we're having that purple touch on, the blue side of, our project like that. So I want to move this somewhere here and I'll go straight to saturation again and increase the orange color. Now look at the skin of my subject. Look at how uniform we have the orange color on their faces. So I'm going to move this somewhere here like that and reduce the saturation of the red. All right, so I'm going to desaturate the red like that. Okay, all right, so that's it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go on the effect here and add veneer to this because I only want focus to be on this side of my project. All right, so I'm going to move this to this side right there and I'm going to select the OK button. Boom. Now look at the before and after. This is the after and this is the before. Now you see the before is looking boring, but the after is looking more spicy. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is to add this this light dust on the project. So I'm going to move this to this side like that and position it here, and I'm going to change my blend mode here to screen. And I'm going to activate levels. All right, I'm going to activate levels like that with Control L. And then I'm going to move this in like so, this in like so, and move this out. All right, move it in like that. And yeah, this is what I want to achieve like that. So I'm going to position this here, make a copy of this, and position this somewhere around here. All right, you know what we're going to do, guys? Let's just activate the frame transform and just make this bigger. Okay, like that. This is beautiful. All right, so I'm going to make a copy of this with Control J, and I'll position this somewhere around here, and make a copy of this again with Control J. Position this here, Control J again, and position this somewhere around here. So now I'm going to put everything here in a group. So I shift selected all the layers and hit Control G. All right, so I'm going to call this dust. Okay, we are now going to delete this. Add sorry, I'm just also going to delete this. All right, so I'm going to add a layer mask to this. Select the brush tool, increase my brush size. All right, now make sure that I'm on the soft round brush. All right, make sure your brush setting here is set to soft round brush, and make sure your transfer is checked. Now that's for those of you with graphics tablet, but if you don't have a graphics tablet, you know what to do. All right, so turn down your flow to 11. All right, so I'm going to switch to black here. All right, I'm going to apply the brush to project like that because I don't want the dust to affect my subject here. All right, I don't want this dust on my subject like that. This is cool. All right, so there's another thing I think I did not do well here, which is the orange on my subject here is too heavy. So I'm going to go back to camera raw by double clicking on the camera raw link right there, and I'm gonna go straight under the color mixer, and I'm gonna dial my orange down back. All right, I'm gonna desaturate the orange like so, and I'm gonna select the OK button. Yeah, this is better. All right, then the other thing I think I also need to do here is I'm gonna add hue saturation, and I'm gonna zoom in because I'm having that orange on the eye of my subject. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the clip icon here, and I'm going to pick the color from the eye and desaturate this. Now you see this is affecting the project. All right, so we need to fix that. So what I'm going to do is to hit Ctrl I to reverse the mask and select the brush tool, and I'm going to switch to white right there, and I'm going to take it out from their eyes like that. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to do the same thing right there. Right? Same thing here. Let's give Sheeran the blue eyes back. So I'm going to select and draw a marquee shape right there. Do the same move here. Marquee shape right there. And then select the lasso tool right there, and then I'm going to hold on Alt and just draw a shape like that. Alt shape like that. Then I'm going to select levels, and I'll go on the blues here and add blue like that to the eye. All right, then I'll go on the green like that, and just give it that. All right, so now if I zoom out, you see we have that blue eyes. It's time for us to start adding our text. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to where I have it typed right there, and I'm going to copy the very first text here. I'm going to position this somewhere here and convert this to a shape. All right, now the reason why I'm converting it to a shape is because I want to be able to edit the letters. All right, I want to be able to edit the letters, so I'm going to convert it to shape and select this right there, and then move this out like so. All right, I think I overdid that. All right, so yeah, so we have this like that, and for the text, the party text, I'm going to paste that also here. So for this, all right, I need to edit this, so I'm going to copy this. Or you know what? Let's first make use of the. Let's convert the text to preferred, size like that, and then I'm gonna copy this out. All right, and this can come right here. So I'm gonna make a copy of this and position it here. Then I am going to right click on this and convert it to a shape. And I'm going to draw a shape like that to select those points. And I'm going to hold on Shift and push this out 4 times. All right. So I'm going to hold on Shift now. I'm using the right arrow key on my keyboard here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be 4. Okay, like that. And I'm going to change this to letter A. And this can come right here. So let's make the space between the letters balanced. So what I'm going to do is to shift select. So I'm going inside the group now. I'm going to shift select the layers and click this distribute horizontally button here. And I'm going to close this. All right, then we have our title ready. Okay, and the other thing I want to do again is to draw a shape right here. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on Control and click to create a marquee of the layer. I'm talking of the date layer, and I'm going to hide this, and I'm going to hold on Alt and click on the layer mask right there to cut the the shape, the layer from the shape. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put everything here in our group. All right, then I'm going to call this title like that. Make it title like that. All right, then I'm going to convert this to a smart object like so. All right, then I am going to increase my brush size like that, and I'm going to hold on Alt and pick a color from here, and I'm going to make this big like that. Sorry, this should be above this, and I'm going to hold on Alt and clip this inside the title, and I'm going to select the brush tool again, reduce my brush size, and then softly apply that here. No, sorry, it should be here and here like that. Good. Then I'm going to create a new layer again, select the brush tool, and this time I'm going to pick a color from here, increase my brush size, and boom, just click right there. All right, and this particular one is going to be a bit bigger. All right, I'm going to make this a bit bigger, and I'm going to hold on Alt and pick a color from here, but this color needs to be brighter. All right, because contrast is key. All right, contrast is what you should be caring for whenever you are playing with your elements. Okay, so I'm trying to make contrast, give room for contrast on my project. So this is going to come up right there, and I'm going to apply this here. But let's just make it this. Let's apply it more like that, and still come right here, pick a color right there. So I'm holding an Alt as I, pick a color. When you hold down Alt, your mouse changes to the eyedropper. All right. When you hold down Alt, your mouse changes to the eyedropper too. So then I'm gonna just softly move this down like that, and make this come right there, and select the OK button, create a new layer, and then apply the color to the project like that. Okay, cool. Then for this, I feel I should just apply this here like that, and yeah, I think this is good. Okay, then I am going to take this out. Okay, I'm going to take this out also. Then I'm going to add the other content to the project. All right, so I've added the logo and then the name of the artist. So for those of you that care to know the name of the character I use for the name, I'm going to right click now and go to the layer of the name, and the name of this character is Mind Blowing Light. All right, so you can download this from the internet. There are free fonts you can get on the internet. So I'm going to select here, and I'm going to select a new layer icon, and I'm going to call this brush. All right, let's just call it brush black, because we can hardly see this information we have here. So I'm going to select the brush tool and pick a color from here, and I'm going to go to my brush settings and make sure that my brush tip is set to soft round brush, and I'm going to softly apply the brush here so we can see the name of the artist with the time and the venue like that. And boom, we have a party poster ready. Yippee! All right, I'm glad you made it to the end of this tutorial. If you have not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button, and remember to click the post notification bell so you get notified when I post my tutorials. If you love this video, give it a thumbs up, share this video with other creatives, which is one of the ways you can support this channel. And if you are able to achieve this tutorial, please kindly post it on your Instagram page, and remember to tag me. My Instagram handle is at Caesar Graphics. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.